Bitwise has made a notable move by committing to use 10% of management fees from its Hyperliquid ETF, NYSE, BHYP, to purchase HYPE tokens for its own balance sheet. This isn't just a routine financial decision, it's a structural alignment with the token it's tracking. The company also plans to stake those tokens, generating additional rewards. This approach is rare in the ETF space, where most fund managers simply collect fees without reinvesting in the underlying asset. Bitwise is taking a direct stake in the token it's offering to investors. The Hyperliquid ETF launched on the NYSE on May 15 with a 0.34% sponsor fee and introduced in-house staking through Bitwise on-chain solutions. This is a first in the US market for a crypto ETF. The fund also offered a temporary fee waiver for the first month on its first $500 million in assets, signaling confidence in its product. Bitwise was the first to file for a Hyperliquid ETF last year, but 21 shares beat it to the market with the THYP ETF on May 12. Since launch, the two funds combined have attracted over $5.6 million in net inflows, with BHYP recording about $4.31 million in first-day trading volume. This makes it one of the stronger altcoin ETF. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Debuts of the year. Bitwise justifies this balance sheet strategy by aligning it with Hyperliquid's tokenomics. The protocol routes roughly 99% of its revenue through the Assistance Fund, which is used to repurchase HYPE tokens on the open market. This creates a self-sustaining cycle of value retention and token support. In 2025, Hyperliquid saw $2.9 trillion in trading volume, a 400% increase from the prior year. Bitwise's decision to mirror this tokenomic structure through its ETF adds a layer of institutional validation to the token's model. It suggests that the firm sees long-term value in HYPE's design and is willing to back it financially. The staking of HYPE tokens by Bitwise introduces another dynamic. Staking can provide yield, which in turn can enhance the token's utility and demand. It also reinforces the idea that the token is not just a speculative asset, but a functional part of a broader financial infrastructure. The move could also impact investor perception. If Bitwise is allocating a portion of its fees to HYPE, it may signal to retail and institutional investors that the token is worth holding and supporting. This could influence trading behavior and sentiment. However, the success of this strategy is not guaranteed. The market will need to see whether the token's price responds positively to these purchases and whether the staking yields are attractive enough to justify the allocation. The next signal to watch is the performance of the Hyperliquid ETF and the behavior of HYPE's price in the coming weeks. If the fund continues to attract inflows and the token shows resilience or growth, it could reinforce Bitwise's strategy and set a precedent for other ETF providers to follow. The stakes here are significant. Bitwise is not only betting on the token's performance, but also on the broader adoption of tokenomic models that link protocol revenue to token value. This could encourage. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. More institutional participation in crypto assets that have a clear, transparent, and economically driven structure. If successful, this approach could become a blueprint for future ETFs in the crypto space, where fund managers act as active participants in the ecosystems they invest in. At the same time, the market will be watching closely to see whether this strategy leads to tangible benefits for investors and whether it can withstand the volatility and uncertainty inherent in the crypto market. The next few weeks will be critical in determining whether Bitwise's move is a pioneering step or an experiment that fails to deliver on its promise.